Perfect. Thanks, Mark. He's 22.
It's time to meet the visiting team, the Halifax Hurricanes. Here's your starting lineup. At 6'5", forward from Queens, New York, number 3, Mike Poole. Number 9, 6'7" center from Brooklyn, New York, Ronald Brown. At 6'2", he's a guard from Queens, New York, number 12, Cliff Clinkscales. 6'4" guard from Raleigh, North Carolina, number 13, Joel Kindred. And 6'6" forward from Phoenix, Arizona, number 25, Dave Freeman. With head coach Mike Leslie. All right, here we go. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. With a record of 9 wins, 4 losses, the hottest team in the league with 6 straight wins. Brought to you by City Branding. Here are your Breton Highlanders starting off. At 6'3", he's a guard from Breton Highlanders, number 1, Bruce Massey. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand, remove your hats, and join Madison Grace for the singing of our national anthem.
Happy New Year, basketball fans across Cape Breton and around the world watching on YouTube to this broadcast of the National Basketball League of Canada matchup between the 7 and 8 Halifax Hurricanes, their provincial rivals, the hometown team the hottest team in the National Basketball League of Canada. In fact, in all professional sports in Canada, the hottest team, the 9-4 Cape Breton Highlanders. My name is Stephen Antle. I'll be your play-by-play man for this game, this matchup tonight. And joining me to do some color commentary is Daniel Breon. Daniel, how you doing tonight? And Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year. I'm doing very, very good today, and I'm very excited to see this matchup with Nova Scotia.
So am I. It looks like it's going to be, it's a bit of a grudge match now. They had a battle 3 or 4 days ago, these two teams, with Cape Breton coming out on top and being lights out from the free throw line. Cape Breton have really improved their free throw shooting this year, and they haven't missed too many of those free baskets.
Yeah, it's they call it free throws because you get to the free throw line and they give you them all game, you know, and if it's really important if you're a professional basketball team for your big man to be able to hit free throws, and that's what the Highlanders shown in that game, and that's one of the reasons why we came out on top.
Talk to me a little bit about Kenny Jones' performance in that perfect game.
He went perfect from the field, perfect from the free throw line, and he hit 1 for 1 from the three-point line. It was only the 6th time that ever happened in the NBL, and it is amazing that a Cape Breton Highlander actually did that.
And of course, we couldn't go without talking about the captain of the team, Bruce Massey, and his continued point production.
Yeah, he just comes out every game just on fire, and the best thing about him is that he has such a short memory. He might be able to miss 2 in the first quarter, and then he'll go 4 from 4 in the second.
Well, I know the fans here, we've got the biggest crowd of the season here. Half of Cape Breton Regional Municipality are at this game today. Every section has fans in it. Let's tell you a little bit about the starting lineups for the Halifax Hurricanes. They'll put out 6'5" forward from Queens, New York. Number 3, Mike Poole. 6'7" center, Brooklyn, New York. Number 9, Ramel Brown. 6-foot guard from Queens, New York. Number 12, Cliff Clinkscales. 6'4" guard from Raleigh, North Carolina. Number 13, Joel Kendred. And one of the hotter players in the league ever since the league began. This guy's been leading scorer and all-star on every team he's played on. 6'6" forward from Phoenix, Arizona. Number 25, Gabe Freeman. Cape Breton Highlanders will field their captain, 6'3" guard from Germantown, Maryland. Number 1, Bruce Massey. 6'6" forward from Goose Creek, South Carolina. Number 6, O'Louis McCullough. 6'3" guard from Ajax, Ontario. Number 11, Aaron Redpath. Number 13, George Williams. He's a 6'5" forward from Houston, Texas. And number 21, the big ticket, 6'6" forward from Wyandotte, New York. Number 21, Kenny Jones. Well, Daniel, we're in for a real match here. Provincial rivals, nothing like Cape Breton versus Halifax in any sport.
Oh, any sport is just a real exciting game, and it's just amazing to see all the great fans come out to show support for the Cape Breton Highlanders today.
Yes, it's about the most exciting game of the year here, and nobody hotter than Cape Breton. They're on a 7-game winning streak, including coming back from down 17 to the St. John Riptide the other night.
It was an amazing game to watch. I hope that everybody watching this game online got to catch that game also. It was a very, very high-intensity, very exciting game.
No question. Referee steps in for the tip-off. Hurricanes take possession, I should say. Cliff Clinkscales across center. Number 12, Clinkscales, veteran in the league, feeds it to Joel Kendred. Joel looking around. Good tight inside there, inside to Gabe Freeman. Freeman puts the ball on the floor, dribbles inside, pulls up for 2, over the top and good, over George Williams. Halifax with the first basket of the game. Kenny Jones inbounds right to Cliff Clinkscales. He steals it. It goes out of bounds. Tipped out of bounds by Aaron Redpath.
Great denial by Redpath.
Really good denial by Redpath, and really smart play by Clinkscales there to keep down-court pressure all by himself. 21 on the shot clock. Halifax inbound. Clinkscales finds Freeman. Freeman on Kenny Jones. Freeman off the glass and good. Cape Breton will settle down now and get on offense. Redpath across center. Redpath sees some space, runs it to the basket, uncontested and in.
Great drive by Redpath on that one, defensive and offensively so far. It's great.
Looked like Ramel Brown and Mike Poole were tied up with Kenny Jones underneath there and left a lane for Redpath.
Great screen by Jones.
Well, this guy's got all the points in the game so far for the Halifax Hurricanes. Freeman to Clinkscales, around to Mike Poole in the corner to Kendred. Kendred going to take it into the paint, slips. Nice save by Gabe Freeman, gives it to Clinkscales. 5 on the shot clock. Kendred pulls up, off the side, no good. Redpath with the defensive board, and they're back the other way.
Redpath all over the floor. Rebound, block, and a layup made.
Beautiful. playing well at both ends of the floor. Playing well this season, Redpath. He was the NBLC Player of the Week one week. Kenny Jones now working on Ramel Brown. Pulls up over the top of him. Really short. Grabbed by Kindred. Gives it to Clinkscales. They're back the other way.
Seemed a little rush on that play.
It was a little rushed. Poole now. Pulls up. Off the rim. No good. Ball tipped by Williams to Redpath, and they're back the other way with it. Redpath all the way to McCullough, wide open, off the rim, no good. Ramel Brown with the board, and he gives it to Clinkscales. They're across center. Clinkscales. He sends Joel Kendrick on a run. Brown feeds him. Thinks about a three. Dribbles, shoots. Up, in, out. Redpath with the board. 4-2, 9:50 remaining in the first quarter. Highlanders with the ball. George Williams now. Make some space for himself. McCullough thought about another three. Instead, he takes it into the paint. And they're going to call that Cape Breton ball with 9 on the shot clock. Halifax Hurricanes coach Mike Leslie on the sideline. Barking out some orders to the players.
Barking out very good orders because they've been very intense on the defensive end so far.
They didn't like losing the other night. They were up a couple of times in that game, and I know the patience and persistence of the Cape Breton Highlanders resulted in the victory.
There's nothing more dangerous than a hungry basketball team.
That's for sure. Poole now. Poole for, no, it doesn't look good. No good. Redpath grabs it. That's got to be his 4th defensive board of the game already. Early in the first quarter. Redpath across center. Bruce Massey. Bruce Massey's first touch of the game, actually. Massey getting a little help from Jones. Clinkscales working hard on him. Back to Jones. Nice little spin around. Up off the glass. In and
move.
He'll shoot. Big ticket. Spinorama.
Looks familiar to the last home game.
My goodness. He is dangerous. He creates space for the shooters because he's so dangerous in the paint underneath.
There is not many stronger basketball players in the NBL than Jones.
Number 21, Kenny Big Ticket Jones at the line to shoot bonus off that foul. Let's make it a 3-point play and for Cape Breton to take the lead. He's really improved on these free throws.
And that's very important for a big man to have. And you also got to recognize the vision by Massey to get that pass through in the paint.
Absolutely. Assist for Bruce Massey. Basket and foul to Kenny Jones to make a 3-point play, and Cape Breton takes the lead 5-4. Mike Poole now. He's going to pull up off the glass and good. Nice. Nice finish by Mike Poole there. Massey now. Massey gets George Williams on the switch. Williams thought about shooting. Finds Lewis McCullough inside. He pauses. Ramel Brown working on him. Big fadeaway. Oh, skips off the rim and no good. Clinkscales now. Freeman thought about shooting. Sees a lane. Fake pass. Oh, and it goes by Gabe Freeman.
Very smooth move by Freeman on that one. Just get the defender kind of lost on there.
He's been an all-star in this league since he joined the league. Gabe Freeman. 6'6" forward from Phoenix, Arizona, number 25 for the Halifax Hurricanes. He's got 6 points already in this game. I think he's got 6 of the 8 points. Kenny Jones inside. There's his post hook. Make it go. No good. Poole grabs it. And they're going to call Mike Poole on the shove. And that'll be a Cape Breton Highlander ball.
That's a good call on that one.
There's a big high arc on the shots of Lewis McCullough. Huge high arc on his shots.
Yeah. It's great for a shooter to have such high arc because that means you can get it over a tall defender.
Inbound, Ramel Brown stops it, ends up in the hands of Redpath. He pulls up and shoots a deuce. It almost looked like a broken play for Cape Breton there.
Redpath will say he planned that the whole time, though.
That's for sure. Inside, Ramel Brown, big strong Brown off the glass and good.
That's a big body inside there.
Ramel Brown's got his hunting socks on today. Redpath to Kenny Jones. Kenny Jones gets rejected by Brown. Ball on the floor. Nice play by Ramel Brown.
Great block by Brown. Stand his ground against the very strong Kenny Jones.
4-on-4 here. Now Kenny Jones joins back into the rush. And Ramel Brown's back. 16 on the shot clock. Clinkscales getting some blockage from... Nice ball by Clinkscales to Ramel Brown.
You got to admire the ball movement by the Hurricanes so far.
Yeah, they've been responsible on offense and defense there. Comes Redpath, gives it to O'Louis McCullough. Leaves it for Bruce Massey. Massey to Williams. Williams inside to Kenny Jones. Jones thinking what to do here. Back to Massey. 3 on the shot clock. 2 on the shot clock. From the corner, no good. Baseline shot.
Got to use those screens to get better looks if you're the Highlanders on that one.
Indeed.
Can't be going every shot clock down
Freeman
to 0.
for 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. George Williams with the defensive board and back the other way. Comes Cape Breton. Oh, lost a handle there. Williams is down. Poole, easy layup. George Williams is injured. We'll get a time here on the floor. I think
this is a very scary sight if you're a Highlanders fan.
Can't tell if it's the hamstring, ankle, or knee
Looks like he's
of
favoring
George
the knee
Williams.
a little bit.
He did lose the handle on that. Sometimes a guy will go down and go, I better go down here because I had no handles on that ball. But I don't think that's the case for George Williams.
No.
He's in a fair bit of pain right now. Physiotherapist Kyle Bursey out to check him out and make sure he's all right. Hurricanes have doubled up the Highlanders in this game so far. Hurricanes 14, Cape Breton Highlanders 7. Sponsors for this Cape Breton Highlanders team that help make professional basketball a reality here in Cape Breton. Boston Pizza, we will make you a fan. We're a premium sponsor of the Cape Breton Highlanders. Seaside Communications, we live here. Travel Lodge, the official residence of your Cape Breton Highlanders. Canadian Tire, made for life in Canada. Nova Imprint, your local authorized Xerox agency. Mayflower Mall, service happens here. Pepsi, made in Cape Breton. Cabot Power Sports, the trail starts here. Metro Sanitation, keeping our community clean. Breton Law Group, guidance that will make a difference. Samson McPhee, the official immigration lawyer of your Highlanders. Center 200, proud home of the Cape Breton Highlanders. Burns Dentistry is the official dentist of the team. Crystal Cook's the official caterer. And Dr. Peter Squires, optometry, official eye doctor optometrist of the Cape Breton Highlanders. Well, 6:23 remaining in the first quarter. Hurricanes doubled up here on the Highlanders, 14-7. George is out of the game. That brings in Jamal Reynolds in his place. Reynolds going to get a look. Chris Johnson into the game for Cape Breton, too. He'll get a look here. I think Hurricanes have kept everyone on the floor that they had on the floor. And losing the handle, and they will go Cape Breton ball.
If you're the Hurricanes, you got to try to keep as many people on the floor from your starting lineup if you're going on this kind of run here.
Inbound to Aaron Redpath. Redpath, big pass over to Jamal Reynolds. Nice eyes. Reynolds, Massey. Massey moves inside. Protects the ball nicely, but it won't go. Ball ends up in Mike Poole's hands.
Great
Picked
hustle
off by
Massey.
Massey. He goes up, he's fouled in the process, he'll shoot 2.
Great hustle by Massey on that one to draw the foul and get the steal.
So Massey puts his own ball up there. He wasn't successful on that. He tried to protect it and shield it away from the defender. Goes up, it didn't go in, but he had the presence of mind to land and contest for the ball.
Exactly. That's a great play and a great hustle that you like to see from our team captain.
Massey to shoot 2 now. Lights out from the free throw line. Lights out. (14-8) Halifax. 5:56 remaining in the first quarter.
Hits them both. That's not a surprise.
Nothing but twine for Massey on those 2. Make it a 5-point game. Clinkscales now for the Hurricanes across center. On the floor to Gabe Freeman. Working on Jamal Reynolds. Freeman. Turnaround jumper over. No good. Ramel Brown tries the putback. No good. Massey grabs the defensive board and he's the other way with it. Massey, big high bounce there. Keeps control. And pulls up for 3. Off the front of the rim. No good. Ball's in the hands of Cliff Clinkscales.
Jamal Reynolds might be the perfect person to guard Freeman on this because he's so athletic and so long. I really like that switch there where he was on Freeman.
Clinkscales now. For 3, uncontested. No good, off the side. Ball's grabbed by Massey. Back the other way. Massey, ooh, nice pass. Good eyes. Kenny Jones inside. They're going to call a travel there. Kenny's feet got moving there. So that'll be a turnover for Highlanders. Timeout now. Oh, no, a substitution, I should say. Into the game, number 5, 6-foot guard from Silver Spring, Maryland, Deshaun Walker. Another great shooter.
Get ready to see a blur.
He's got a leg of his pants tucked in there. He's doing a bit of a fashion statement here tonight. I don't care how he dresses. I just want him to shoot like he can shoot here.
The rally cap.
Give these home fans something to cheer about. Pass inside, out of bounds, no good. I don't know, Clinkscales thought Ramel Brown was going to turn and cut in there, but Ramel Brown didn't get that message.
A little bit of miscommunication there by the Hurricanes.
Exactly. Number 5, Deshaun Walker with his first touch of the ball of the game. He's across center with it. Oh, wow. Chris Johnson made a move, but the pass was, and Gabe Freeman can't make it go.
Very lucky there by the Highlanders for Freeman to miss that.
Yeah, but certainly miscommunication on that last play, and they don't get punished for it, so they're lucky there. Deshaun Walker loaded on one side here. Here come the Highlanders in support. Reynolds, 8 on the shot clock. Reynolds running it right to the basket like he loves to do, and in and good.
That's a great hoop by Reynolds. That's what he likes to do, like you said.
That's how he earns his paycheck right there, taking it right to the rim. Clinkscales to Brown. Brown puts it on the floor to Mike Poole. Massey tries to bat it away to Kindred. Joel Kindred. 4 on the shot clock. Poole from way downtown. Nothing but mesh.
That's a
wow.
tough shot by Poole.
He was out in the parking lot there. Knocked that one down. That's a 17-11, 3:48 remaining in the first quarter. Cape Breton on offense now. Deshaun Walker, a couple of sneaky moves around. Gives it to Reynolds. He's going to run into the rough area. Up and in.
Back-to-back for Reynolds. Back-to-back tough, strong finishes at the hoop.
Great protection of the ball. Lay it in with the right hand. Good play. Clinkscales. 4-point game now. Oh, he sees some room and lays it off the glass. They gave him some room on the left there. He took every bit of it, used his left hand, and in it goes for the veteran Clinkscales. Deshaun Walker now. Walker to Kenny Jones. Jones to Reynolds. Reynolds going to work on Freeman, run right in at him. And he's fouled going there, and he'll shoot 2.
Reynolds is on a mission today.
Now, he loves to go to the scrappy areas, but, I mean, if I'm staring down at Gabe Freeman, you got to have some stones to go at that man.
Exactly.
He's a great basketball player. A couple substitutions for the Halifax Hurricanes here into the game. Number 14, 6'8" forward from Newark, New Jersey, Jordan Washington. And into the game, another strong player, number 15, 6'5" forward from Hamilton, Ontario, 15, Tyrone Watson into the game. Into the game for Cape Breton, 6'10" center from Windsor, California, number 32, Tanner Giddings. Giddings seeing his first action of the night. Reynolds makes it a 5-point game with 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Clinkscales across center. Little fake to Mike Poole. Gives it to Ramel, or should I say to Tyrone Watson. Back to Poole, who knocks down another 3.
He is catching fire right now. That's back-to-back triples.
Mike Poole, kind of the captain of this team, really. Reynolds now. Protecting the ball, gives it to Deshaun Walker. Couple slippery moves. Up off the glass and, wouldn't go. Good try. Defensive board for Washington. Back the other way comes Clinkscales to Poole. He's pretty hot from three-point land. Better put a body on him. Washington, nice spin move off the glass and good, and that'll be a foul to Tanner Giddings.
Hurricanes putting Tyrone Watson on Jamal Reynolds, try to slow him down, put a big, strong body on him, try to keep him out of the paint.
Exactly. 6'8" forward from Newark, New Jersey. Number 14, Jordan Washington, the line to shoot. Bonus in a 10-point game, 24-14 Halifax. And he's good. .221. Hurricanes have 4 team fouls in this game. Cape Breton only 1. 11-point lead for Halifax, right in the hands of Deshaun Walker. Chris Johnson. 6'3" forward from North Preston, Nova Scotia, Chris Johnson. Right inside to Reynolds, off the shoulder and up and over, no good. Malcolm Duvivier's in the game here, number 4. 6'3" guard from Toronto, Ontario, number 4, Malcolm DeVivier. And the ball's in the hands of Watson now. Tyrone Watson, couple spins right into the paint, pushes it over for an open look, but didn't take it, was Clinkscales. On the floor to Washington, back to Clinkscales, thought about it there. 4 on the shot clock. For 3 over his defender, nothing but mesh. What a shot.
The Hurricanes are just lighting it up from beyond the arc.
They've doubled it up again. It's 28-14, 1:30 remaining in the first quarter. Reynolds now. Oop, look at that, Deshaun Walker. Draw up his own play there. Up off the glass and in.
Great play, great play.
Deshaun Walker called that play. Ran under the basket uncontested and put it in. Look at Mike Poole for 3. No good that time. Walker with the defensive board.
That was a heat check.
Nice block by Mike Poole there. And another steal on the Reynolds off the glass and good.
Great energy by the Highlanders to cut the lead down a little bit.
Deshaun Walker making up for his errant pass to Massey. Poole picked it off, then Walker picked it off. And he found Massey, who found Reynolds, and a basket for Cape Breton to cut the lead to 10. Duvivier now. Inside to Washington. Washington puts it on the floor, backing in on Tanner Giddings. Between 2 and pulls up. And they'll call the foul. They're going to call the foul on Jamal Reynolds. He kind of pushed between the 2 defenders, and somebody had to go down there, and it was Reynolds.
Yeah, well, it's always Reynolds going in and doing the dirty work.
So 14 on the shot clock. That's not a shooting foul, so Halifax to inbound from their offensive baseline under the bucket. Right to DeVivier. Thought about shooting. Backs off, though. 11 on the shot clock. Ball's in the hands of Watson. Watson, nice move. Finger roll off the rim.
That's a great post move by Watson in there. A very, very big guy to try to defend down there on that low block.
Strong man, too. Playing for the last shot here, Cape Breton. About 8-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Giddings. What a shot by Chris Johnson.
Great triple by Johnson on that one.
Hand in his face.
Very contested, and he still took it and made it. That's confidence.
That's a big point to get the lead back to single digits. 3 on the game clock. What a shot by Clinkscales. The answer at the end of 12 minutes. Halifax Hurricanes 30. Cape Breton Highlanders 21. Make that 33-21. A little slow getting that last 3 on the scoreboard there, but it is 33-21. We'll have some stats for you coming up in a moment. right, we're about to start the second quarter of the game. I want to say hi to some folks watching on YouTube, to the family of the Big Ticket are watching again. Love to watch their man Kenny Jones. He's putting on a show, as he usually does, for the home fans here in the Highlanders. Also want to say hi, tuning in from Europe. Big fan of the Halifax Hurricanes. Koos Decline. Koos, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. If not, you know the sentiment is there and the meaning is good. And Happy New Year to you. You're getting close to New Year's Eve there now. Maybe you're already past New Year's, depending on your time zone. We're back to live basketball here, and there's Bruce Massey right to the glass. Take the foul hard and shoot two. What do the stats look like? Who do we got hot here in the first quarter of this game?
Well, Gabe Freeman for the Hurricanes doing what he always does, putting points on the board. He's shooting 50%, putting up 6 points. And Mike Poole, the quote-unquote captain for the Hurricanes, putting up 10 points and 2 assists with 3 rebounds. And for your Cape Breton Highlanders, the leading scorer, Jamal Reynolds, with a lot of hustle points. He has 7. And Bruce Massey filling out the stat sheet with 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 points.
Nice. Just missed a free throw there, but he won't go 0 for 2. I'd bet my lunch money on it. 1 for 2, Bruce Massey.
You get to keep your lunch.
Thank goodness. Nobody hungrier than these Halifax Hurricanes for a win, though. They're playing good, strong ball here. Duvivier in the corner. That looks like Edwards in the game. Let's see. Yeah, it's Kadar Edwards, 6'5" forward from Brooklyn, New York in. Nice passing by the Halifax Hurricanes. See if they get a result out of it, and they do.
Ball movement. That was amazing ball movement by the
great
Halifax
ball movement,
Hurricanes.
and Malcolm Duvivier with the big finish and the big 3. 36-22. 14-point lead. Reynolds. Walker, he turns right to Giddings. Giddings up and over. Washington for 2.
That's a great pass by the Highlanders on that one to find Giddings for the open look.
Klingscales right inside to Watson, who gives it to Washington. Thought about going up. Back out to Klingscales. 12 in the shot clock, lots of time. Looking for a pick there, didn't get it. Inside, Klingscales all the way in the corner to Edwards, no good. Walker with the defensive board. Kadar Edwards
Walker
missed that.
Gets on that for that rebound.
Does he ever get on it? Can he ever climb the ladder there, too? What a shot. Deshaun Walker for 2. Back to a 10-point game. Klingscales holds Duvivier up high. He spins the ball inside to Watson. Watson back to Washington. Big high arc, knocks it down.
Highlanders got to step up on that help defense. That's costing them a lot of points. If you go down there to help in the post, you got to get back out on your man for that open jump shot.
Reynolds on the floor to Giddings. Washington working on him. Giddings put his back into him. Big grunt. Big grunt by Washington there as he takes the elbow to the chest, or a big Tanner Giddings, putting the muscle on him, putting the body on him. Cape Breton retains possession with 11 on the shot clock. They'll inbound from their offensive baseline. Right to Massey. Massey spun his own man, his own defender, right out of his shoes there.
Great screen by Giddings, though.
Oh, nice play by Tyrone Watson to throw the ball off Bruce Massey and retain possession for the Hurricanes after a pretty good defensive stop. Here comes Halifax. 12-point lead. Duvivier, nice pass inside to Washington. Washington to Klingscales. Klingscales looking for some room. Nice hard pass into Washington. All over him. Could be either guy. I'll say it'll be Jamal Reynolds probably. They'll come and give us number 9 here, will they? No, they're going to give it to Tanner Giddings. Not much you could do with a man under the basket like that, ready to lay one in.
No, if you let him get the ball down there, it's either a foul or a very good look. It's one of the two. You got to choose what you'd rather.
(39-26), 9:42 remaining in the first half. And Jordan Washington a little better at the free throw line than he was the last time these two teams played. He seems to have worked on that. He's doing well from the free throw line. He's getting a few looks today, too. Walker taking it inside, puts it on the floor, back around. Chris Johnson, hand in his face, fouled, makes the bucket,
and one
takes the
three-pointer.
foul.
Amazing play by the Highlanders to set that up, and even better patience to wait for the foul and then put it up.
Absolutely. It takes a great deal of composure to hit a ball from outside the 3 like that. He was standing on the National Basketball League of Canada logo, hand in his face, knocks it down, and slap on the arm while shooting. Chance to make a 4-point play here. Get it back to a 10-point lead for Halifax. 40-29. Make it 40-30. Great play by Chris Johnson. North Preston, Nova Scotia own Chris Johnson. Malcolm Duvivier. Clinkscales. Washington back to Clinkscales. Kadar Edwards cutting inside. Nobody there. Oh, 2 seconds earlier, Tyrone Watson was wide open in there, but he wasn't wide open when the pass was made. Good defensive board by Jordan Washington to stop Cape Breton on that rush. Clinkscales now, right into Watson. No look in there, no room. Washington now. Who's cutting inside? Nobody. Pass all the way over to Edwards. Edwards to Watson. 2 on the shot clock. Going to drive it in and makes it. It's good.
Soft hands by Watson on that one.
Sweet play by Watson there, using the entire shot clock to make that 2 points. And build the lead to 12. 42-30. Sean Walker thought about shooting there. Instead, all ball there by Clinkscales. Stripped Walker of the ball.
You could hear that from over here.
Yeah, that's for sure. What happened down this end? Looks like a technical to Bruce Massey.
A bit of coarse language there by Bruce Massey. Upset about that call. Couldn't bite his tongue.
Looks like referee Adam Detienne not pleased with Bruce Massey's choice of New Year's greetings here tonight. Massey appealing it now. Washington makes the technical. They'll retain possession after that technical foul. And Massey done making his case to the referee. Into the game, number 13, Joel Kendred. He's going to give Cliff Clinkscales a rest. Clinkscales been hot from 3 points tonight.
He's been playing very well.
Playing real well. Fresh numbers on the shot clock, 24 seconds, and Halifax with possession. Right underneath the Washington, no good. And they're going to call that last touch on Halifax. That'll go back to Cape Breton. They were lucky to get away with that. Only 1 point on that technical foul. 8:15 remaining in the first half. Here come the Highlanders across center, led by number 5, Deshaun Walker. Walker looking to get Massey. He does get open. Massey looking for a lane. He runs inside, keeps the ball from everybody in, and good. They're going to call it a foul and an extra shot for a 3-point play for number 1, Bruce Massey.
That was a great play by Massey. He came back and he said, "I'll show you what I got then," after that technical foul.
I had a question on YouTube about, can you get a technical foul for language? The answer is absolutely.
Absolutely. If the ref thinks it's too explicit, then he can tee you up on the spot. Not a warning.
I can think myself of an earlier game this year. I think it was against, let me have a quick look. It was an earlier game this year against the London Lightning, and it happened right in front of the scorer's bench. Great play by Jamal Reynolds for 2 there, running the floor. In a game against the London Lightning, right in front of the scorer's table, we heard some pretty serious language out of one of the Lightning players, and a technical foul was called in that case. Kindred now. Foul, no good. And he'll shoot 2. Looks like the foul's going on. Looks like it's going on Tanner Giddings.
Jordan Washington shooting free throws right now. He's not a fan favorite by the Cape Breton Highlanders.
Doesn't sound
here.
like it, no. Well, he's inflicting some points on the team here tonight, so they'll be getting after him. Probably got about 4,000 people at the game here tonight at Center 200. Biggest crowd of the year. Lovely to see. It seems to be working for Jordan Washington. He's hitting everything. 45-35, 10-point lead. Massey now for three. No good. Right into the hands of Chris Johnson. Inside to Reynolds. Nice. And there's going to be Cape Breton ball. No foul there. Jamal Reynolds appealing to referee Detienne, but no good. Bernardo Fitzgonzalez, coach of the Cape Breton Highlanders, clearly not happy either.
Washington being a pest to Giddings down there.
Drazvit to our friends on YouTube who are watching, and maybe in Moscow. I'm not sure where they're coming from, but welcome to the game. Happy New Year. Inside to Johnson. Giddings grabs the offensive board, gets his pocket picked, throws it off the lap of Tanner Giddings. And Giddings didn't like that. I wouldn't like that either, but that's a good basketball play by Tyrone Watson.
That's twice he did that now in the game, and it's only in the first half.
Possession, possession, possession. Any way you can get it on those plays by the sidelines. Nice play by Tyrone Watson. He's a 6'5 forward from Hamilton, Ontario, number 15, Tyrone Watson. Malcolm DeVivier with the ball now. DeVivier. Joel Kendrick back into the game. No good. So much traffic underneath there. They're going to call a foul on Jabari Craig, who's into the game. First game back for Jabari Craig. Injured in practice about 2-3 weeks ago. Serious sprain to his ankle. He's recovered. He's back in the game. That's number 22, Jabari Craig, picking up a foul, so getting on the score sheet early, giving Watson a bonus shot here.
Sprained ankles are really tough to come back from. They can be some of the worst injuries if you're a basketball player.
In fact, Daniel, I'm not sure you've seen a game yet with Jabari Craig since you and I have been working together.
I haven't. This is my first time seeing him. I'm very glad to have him here. I think he's an exciting player. I watched some highlights.
A lot of upside for this young man.
Oh, yeah, he can really help the Highlanders.
Didn't start playing basketball until he was 14 years old. What a shot for Chris Johnson for two. Johnson's having an impact here tonight. DeVivier to Kadar Edwards. Big, strong guy going up. No good. He's going to be called on the foul. Looks like it might be Deshaun Walker picking that one up.
Chris Johnson feeling the Nova Scotian energy.
I think
that's what it is.
No question. .65 forward from Brooklyn, New York. Number 10, Kadar Edwards makes the first free throw to extend the lead to 11. 48-36, 48-37. 6:09 remaining in the first half. And he makes both of them. 12-point lead. They had a 12-point lead on Cape Breton in their game in Halifax last week, and the result of that was Cape Breton victory. So let's see if Cape Breton can settle down here to Johnson, who's feeling it. Off the rim, no good. Rebound by Edwards. He picks it up. Cuts between Jabari Craig and Reynolds. Hard pass inside, no good. Tries to play it out. DeVivier keeps the ball. Nice play. Spin off by Washington, no good. In the hands of Jabari Craig. Gives it to Bruce Massey. Reynolds runs right down the middle. Foul going there. Shoots two.
That was a hard foul there. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but Watson down there had another save down on their offensive end.
Amazing. He's just flying out of bounds, trying to put balls off of Highlanders and keep possession for Halifax. He's having a strong game. Into the game for Cape Breton. Number 2, 6'5 guard from Toronto, Ontario, Olu Famutimi, former St. John Riptide player, plays for the Cape Breton Highlanders this season. Great addition to the team. Jamal Reynolds knocks down both. 10-point game again. 5:36 remaining in the second period. And we've got immediate timeout.
Very athletic lineup for the Highlanders right now.
Yeah, they got a fit crowd on the floor right now. Thank some of our local sponsors again. Paul's Food Factory, YMCA Cape Breton, Enterprise Rent-A-Car, Hunston Catchafana CPA, Pharmacy Wholesale Services, Pearl Realty, 902 Advertising, 1019 The Giant, 1035 New Country, Governor's Pub and Eatery, CBI Health Group, Ultramar, the Flavor Group of Restaurants, McLeod's Fuels, Jody Brown, Arbonne Consultant, and the Cape Breton Post.
Okay, Highlanders, here we are. We're on to the flush team. We want to see you floss out there. Let's see you floss.
All right, Daniel, I didn't see you up flossing.
That's not really in my job description, I don't think.
No, it's not. That may change, though. I heard you're quite a dancer. Actually, you played ball your whole life, is that right?
Yeah, I did. I started in grade 4, and I played all through high school and all through junior high, and it's something that I couldn't live without, so that's why I made the move to come be a play-by-play announcer.
Excellent. Right on. And you've got a connection to this Halifax Hurricanes team.
Yeah, we have alumni, a CBU caper, Mishak Lufil. He was my basketball coach a long time ago when he used to play for CBU. He actually won a championship with CBU as well.
That's right. Great player. Mishak Lufil, 6'8" forward from Burlington, Ontario. Hasn't seen any action tonight yet. Back into the game. Ramel Brown, number 9, is back into the game for Hurricanes. And Cliff Klingscale steps back in. Bruce Massey right to the rim.
Great finish by Massey.
Klingscales. Joel Kindred inside to Watson, who's having one heck of a game. Can't seem to miss anything.
Goodness, he's great. He's all over the floor tonight.
53-41, 4:35 remaining. Massey now. Really nice defense by Halifax. Not an open man. Oh, but there's one. Jabari Craig up off the glass. No good. Tried to protect the ball. Couldn't get it up high enough off the glass. Got stuck between the basket and the backboard. Ramel Brown in the corner. Kadari Edwards, a big, long look at three. Off the glass. No good. Craig with the defensive board. In the hands of Massey now. What a play by Reynolds.
Great play by Reynolds.
Fired it like a shotgun off the glass and into the basket as he was getting manhandled by the defender. 2 points. Let's go for another one. Just had a fan yell out, Jamal Reynolds, you're my hero. This guy must like his heroes to go dark, deep, take it to rough places and score points, because that's what this guy does.
For sure.
He's athletic. That's goaltending. That counted.
Replying to Andre on our YouTube, you do not have to worry. I will not be flossing.
That's Andre. He's a big fan of the St. John Riptide. Glad to have him watching tonight. Big fan of National Basketball League of Canada action. Riptide looked good the other night. In fact, I had to go to an engagement, and at the end of half, it was Cape Breton were down by 14, and I kind of went, oh, well, I mean, they've had a good run, but there's no counting out these Cape Breton Highlanders. They were up by 7. St. John were up by 17. Cape Breton came back, beat them by 3.
Yeah, that just shows how much of a game of runs basketball is. Just one little cold spout, and the Highlanders were back in the game and took control.
Riptide are one heck of an improved team, though. Got to keep an eye out for them the rest of this season. Mike Poole off the glass, no good. Rebound by... Uh-oh. Massey either got someone walked on his finger, or he's got a really sore right hand right now. I'll tell you right now, that's one guy we cannot see on the bench in street clothes.
Exactly. He's toughing it out. He's staying on the floor.
He's staying on the floor. He's tough as guts, that guy.
A real trooper.
Sorry, Craig
for the
switches
Highlanders.
with. There's Deshaun Walker with his hot hand.
Great shot by Walker.
For 3, they've snuck back into this game. It's a 6-point lead, 53-47, 3:20 remaining. Clink Scales, Ramel Brown. Ramel Brown. Clink Scales, going to shoot a deuce. No good, short, and good, though. All using all the rim there.
Bounced all around the rim and went in.
Pass inside to Massey. Let's see how his hand is. Nice handles on Massey. Handles the ball so beautifully.
And one.
Yeah, I think he's okay.
Flexing on the very, very energetic Cape Breton crowd, too.
Indeed. Massey to shoot bonus. 2:46 remaining. It's a 6-point game. Chance for a 5-point game here. Halifax Hurricanes coach Mike Leslie negotiating with referee Adam Detienne. I wonder how that negotiation went. Kindred now. Back to Gabe Freeman. Famutimi working on him hard. Hand in his face. Off the back of the rim. No good. What a play by Ramel Brown to keep the ball alive for Halifax. Ball's kicked outside now to Clink Scales. Clink Scales looking for some direction from Coach Leslie. Leslie right down to half now. Ball in Ramel Brown's hands. 10 on the shot clock. Kindred. Kindred run the outside of the floor, up off the glass, and no good. Ball's rebounded. Can't see. I got a wall in front of me. Oh, looks like Jabari Craig. And they're going to call jump ball there.
Great defense by the Highlanders and great hustle by Craig to get that board. Hurricanes coach very, very disappointed in the ref.
Shocking. Shocking that the coach of the Halifax Hurricanes disagrees with the referee. Thankless job to be in the gray shirts out here, but somebody got to do it. That was a possession play, a jump ball, and I think the possession arrow was pointing in the way of the Hurricanes, so they'll retain possession after this quick timeout. 55-50, 5-point game. Just over 2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Something that I'm seeing from the Cape Breton Highlanders defense is we play great defense for the first 20 seconds of the shot clock, and then it's like we fall apart and give them a wide open shot at the buzzer. Well,
yeah, true enough.
If you're going to play 20 seconds of defense, you might as well keep it going for 4 more seconds and make sure you get that stop.
.03 remaining. First half. Cape Breton have been down as much as 14 in this game. They've got it to 5 now. Hurricanes 55, Highlanders 50. Possession, Halifax. Clink Scales to inbound, number 12. On the floor to Mike Poole, who was hot early in this game. Beautiful play. What a play by Freeman. Wow.
Great pick and roll there.
Beautiful pick and roll. Great protection of the ball. Looked like he was going to go to the left side of the basket. At the last minute in the air, he went to the right side. Beautiful play. There's Deshaun Walker with the ball now for Cape Breton. Slowing it right down. 10 on the shot clock. Everybody up high here. Deshaun feeling it.
Oh, he took the isolation. He called it. You could see it in his eyes. He wanted that shot.
What a shot. When Walker gets hot, it could be lights out here. He'll shoot from anywhere. Mike Poole now inside. Ramel Brown off the glass, no good. Looks like the foul will go to maybe Reynolds or Kenny Jones here. Yeah. Jamal Reynolds picks up that foul. Big Ramel Brown was wide open under there. Not much he could do.
I'm not sure how many, but that is a few on Reynolds. And you got to make sure he doesn't get into foul trouble because he has been one of the hot hands for the Highlanders and definitely the hardest worker so far.
Here. 6'7" center Ramel Brown from Brooklyn, New York, misses. Lots of chatter out there. Kenny Jones and Gabe Freeman having a bit of a yak at the sides of the key there. Comes Brown. Crowd getting on him. Big left-hander. Nice one. He's one of two on that sequence. 1:18 remaining in the first half. Deshaun Walker now. Sends Massey running. Massey grabs it. Kenny Jones comes inside, looking for the ball, put on the floor to him. Jones working on Ramel Brown. Big, strong Ramel Brown. Olu Famatimi thought about shooting. 6 on the shot clock. Famatimi getting backed way out. 3 on the shot clock. Got to shoot. No good. Picked up by Reynolds, and they're going to call shot clock violation there, although it felt like he got it away early, but referee didn't see it that way.
I think it didn't hit the rim on that, so it didn't.
Thank you.
The shot clock didn't reset.
It was an air ball, therefore shot clock didn't accept it. Thank you. Clink scales to Brown. Brown right downtown, and they're going to call a...
And one on that one.
Oh, and one. I thought that Reynolds had drawn the charge there, but no, his feet weren't planted. No, the referee didn't see it that way, so that's another foul for Jamal Reynolds. Got a feeling he's going to have to come out here pretty soon. 42 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll probably keep him to the end. Kadar Edwards and Tyrone Watson ready to check back in here. Oh, off the rim, no good. Famatimi picks it up. 38 on the game clock. So about a 10-second difference between game clock and shot clock. Ball in the hands of Bruce Massey. Massey takes it inside, off the glass, no good. No rebound. Kenny Jones with the rebound. Puts his body into everybody. He's fouled going up, and he'll shoot 2.
Great board by Jones.
25 on the game clock, sending Big Ticket to the line to shoot 2. Another guy wincing his left hand. Kadar Edwards checks into the game, as well as Tyrone Watson. That'll be Brown, Edwards, Poole, Watson, and Clinkscales to finish the 25 seconds of this quarter. And Kenny, Big Ticket, Jones to shoot bonus here.
Still wincing that hand. I wonder if that's going to affect his free throw.
He's holding his left hand. He's a tough guy, though. I don't think that'll keep him out of this game. Didn't keep it out of the basket either. It's good on the first one.
He shook it off.
6-point game now, 60-54. Jones is sore, though. More of the wrist he's grabbing there. Another guy we wouldn't want to see on the sidelines in street clothes. He does look fine when he's wearing street clothes, but we don't want to see him in it during games, that's for sure. Big Kenny Jones. Makes both of them.
For 2.
Makes it look easy. Big Ticket. 1 second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. I'm sure Halifax will hold this possession as long as they can. With a 5-point game, 60-55. Pretty high-scoring game, really. Ramel Brown whips it around to Kadar Edwards, inside to Watson, back out to Poole. He's been hot from right there. Ball stripped. McCullough comes up with it. And wait a second, no play. No time left on the clock. That's the end of 2 quarters of basketball. Halifax Hurricanes 60, Cape Breton Highlanders 55. Daniel, a pretty comeback quarter for Cape Breton there.
We started off a little slow, but it was really good to see the Highlanders come back into it, start hitting some shots, some tough threes, and slowly getting back into that grind.
No question. I'm going to grab Coach Bernardo Fitzgonzalez for a quick chat before he hits the dressing room. All right, Halifax Hurricanes 60, Cape Breton Highlanders 55, joined by Coach Bernardo Fitzgonzalez now. Coach Gonzalez, Happy New Year, and what do you think of that for those 2 quarters?
Happy New Year. Well, we are not playing defense today. I guess we came not to play defense, but I'm going to be sure they're going to play defense the second half.
Yeah, I mean, you in the last game against the Highlanders, against the Hurricanes only a few days ago, you guys found yourself down a few times in that game, found a way to come back.
Yeah, I know. We fight back. We have a great team. They have heart. But the most important is that we cannot allow 60 points in one half. There's no way.
Of course, it's not a league where you can get away with that. A couple of guys grimacing, grabbing their hands there. Talk to me about the physical exertion on these guys playing in tough games and so many games in a row.
Well, we have a bench. We have a good bench. As you see, the last game we scored 44 points from the bench. So besides Bruce, most guys they've been playing enough minutes, not too many minutes.
Excellent. Well, good luck in the second half, Coach, and go get them.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Happy New Year. Thank you very much. All right, that's the end of intermission. We're back to the live broadcast here of the Halifax Hurricanes and the Cape Breton Highlanders. Hurricanes on top 60-55. Some stats from the first half. Leading all scorers in this game. Off the bench, Cape Breton Highlanders, number 9 Jamal Reynolds with 14 points. He played 13 minutes there. Two defensive rebounds and an assist. He's got 3 personal fouls. The other hot hand for Cape Breton, Deshaun Walker, with 10 points off the bench, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and he's got no personal fouls. For the Heller Hurricanes, their top scorer, it's shared around. There's 4 guys with 10 points, Mike Poole, Cliff Clinkscales, and off the bench, Jordan Washington and Tyrone Watson. Everybody having good games there. Ramel Brown's got 7 points, 5 rebounds. And we're back to action. Welcome back, Daniel.
Glad to be back.
On the floor for the Hurricanes, Gabe Freeman, Mike Poole, Ramel Brown, Joel Kendred, and Cliff Clinkscales. Cape Breton's got Aaron Redpath, who has the ball. Massey, Jones, McCullough, and Williams. There's McCullough for 3. No good. Rebound by Kendred. Comes down with it. Clinkscales back the other way.
Hopefully we see a little bit more on the defensive end from the Highlanders.
Indeed, Coach Bernardo Fitzgonzalez. Mike Poole with the hot hand again. Knocking down a tray there to start this second half of the basketball game. Massey pulls up for two. Off the front of the rim, no good. Freeman with the rebound. He's back the other way with it. Freeman for three. Knocks it down.
That's back-to-back triples for the Hurricanes.
Where that defense that Fitzgonzalez was hoping for. We're going to have to start to show it here now. Ball gets picked off of Lewis McCulloch. Goes the other way. Massey back to stop Kindred, but there's Poole for two, and that's 8 quick points for the Hurricanes to come out here to start the second half.
That's a harsh run to be on. Very harsh.
Redpath going to slow it down now. Cape Breton going to look to get a bucket here. Massey to Redpath, who ran the entire floor, comes back to the ball. Behind his back to Kenny Jones, who's going to take it up, and Ramel Brown gets the tip. It's tipped into the hands of Gabe Freeman. He goes back the other way to Cliff Clinkscales. Mike Poole to Clinkscales. Inside to Freeman. 13-point lead for Halifax now. Freeman going to go right at it. Take it inside. Dishes and in.
This is a tough start and a quick timeout for the Highlanders. We needed that one.
Yes, they're going to call timeout here. Fitzgonzalez, and there's a happy-looking crowd coming off the bench to support their players coming off the floor for Halifax.
You got to be happy if you're a Halifax Hurricanes fan. I mean, they came out with their foot on the pedal and they put it right to the floor and never let up yet.
No question of that. Let's have a look. I'm seeing some chatter on YouTube about scores from around the league. Moncton Magic 28, Island Storm 11. Let me just refresh that. That might not be. Yes, Moncton Magic 28, Island Storm 11. 33 seconds left in the first quarter. The only other game happening tonight in the National Basketball League of Canada. Here at Center 200, it's Halifax Hurricanes 70, Cape Breton Highlanders 55. Coach Fitzgonzalez calls a timeout to try and get some composure, pull some composure out of these Highlander players, get them back to play in strong defense.
Went for a very quick 5-point deficit to 15, very, very fast.
Poole, Kindred, Brown, Clinkscales, and Freeman back on the floor. McCullough, Redpath, Williams, Jones, and Massey for the Highlanders. Possession, Cape Breton. In quick to Redpath. Clinkscales working hard on him. Behind his back goes Redpath. Cross center right to Massey. Massey to McCullough. McCullough to Redpath. 12 on the shot clock. Jones going to pull up for two. Nothing but mesh. Kenny Jones, big ticket, gets it going.
That's great to stop that run. We needed a basket very, very bad to stop that very, very quick run.
Stems the tide of Hurricane scoring there. Freeman inside, nice pass. Poole picks that off, cuts with it. All the way back out to Clinkscales, around to Kindred. 8 on the shot clock. Clinkscales. Kindred going to cut inside. Pass into the stands, no good. Turnover. Cape Breton's ball. Well, Lewis McCullough to
get a shot on that one.
I thought he was passing to you. Inbound to Redpath. He'll take it across center. McCullough to Redpath. Redpath inside to Massey. Puts it in the hands of McCullough. Waits off the glass and good.
Great pass by Massey on that one to find the open McCullough.
Good patience by McCullough to wait for the defender to jump up and come back down, and then he went up and off the glass and good. Kindred tipped inside, no good. Freeman, ball to Mike Poole. Almost stepped out of bounds. Inside Williams, nice pass. All the way down to Redpath.
Still too strong.
Good play. Williams going to shoot for three. Looks good and knocks it down.
Flash.
Well, there you go. It's a 5-point game again. 8-point game, I'm sorry. Are they going to change the score, or did they already? 70-62, 8:20 remaining in the third quarter. Gabe Freeman now to Kindred, all the way across to Clinkscales, to Poole, to Freeman, who knocks one down from the baseline to stem the Highlander momentum. Switch McCullough to Redpath. Redpath pulls up, knocks down a three.
We're on fire from three. Come out, start the second half.
7-point game now. Kindred with the ball to Mike Poole. Mike Poole pulls up. Shooting gallery here right now.
It's a shootout.
Poole for two. Williams now to McCullough. McCullough to Redpath. Redpath finds Kenny Jones. Oh, loses the handle on it, but gets it back. 8 on the shot clock. Massey running into all kinds of trouble. 4 on the shot clock. And that was an air ball by Massey. Kindred grabbed that, gave it to Clinkscales. Ramel Brown. 2 guys on him. And they're going to call travel there as Ramel Brown tried to sashay his way through the 2 defenders, but you're not allowed to do that.
Great help defense there by the Highlanders.
McCullough. Jones. Ramel Brown on him. He's going to take it in. Good play by Ramel Brown to take that ball away from Kenny Jones. Another turnover there, that's right. Gabe Freeman. Soft off the front of the rim and in.
It's a shooting gallery right now.
77-65, 12-point lead for the Halifax Hurricanes. McCullough to Jones. Jones way up high right now to Redpath. Thought about shooting. 10 on the shot clock. Massey behind his back. Massey up and in. Good play by Bruce Massey.
That's a great strong hoop in there. He's not the tallest guy, but he makes up for it.
When I was a youngster playing basketball, they used to have this foul called the carry. You used to carry the ball if you put your hand under the ball and dribbled. It doesn't seem to exist anymore.
No, with the handles of today's athletes, it seems like they either dribble a little bit too fast for the refs to see or just a little bit too smooth, and it doesn't look like it. But there is a lot that gets let slide for sure.
Kenny Jones all alone underneath, and he puts it in, and it's good. .544 remaining in the third quarter. Halifax 77, Cape Breton Highlanders 69. Local radio personality Rob C. giving away some free t-shirts there from the 1019 The Giant, the radio partner with the Cape Breton Highlanders. Well, -2 out there tonight. Got a fair bit of snow in the last couple of days. Expecting some snow again tonight. I know the St. John's Edge have already traveled to Cape Breton for their game tomorrow night here. Going to get some messy stuff over the evening, so good to have them in town. That game will be good to go tomorrow night. 5:44 remaining in the third quarter. Hurricanes playing real disciplined basketball tonight. Responsibility on defense and not missing many of the offensive opportunities at all, which is why they have a 8-point lead in this game. Cape Breton's lucky to have only an 8-point lead against them right now.
Very, very true. Highlanders just came out of the gate a little slow after halftime, just not really patient on the offensive end and forcing a lot, and it turned into a very, very 9-0 run by the Halifax Hurricanes.
Tyrone Watson back in the game. He's been a force to contend with. Going to get himself open. Ramel Brown in the paint for 4 seconds. Oh, nice play inside. Oh, no good. Off the rim. Good play. Good defense by Cape Breton there. Redpath for a free look for 3. No good. Nobody around him.
Very strange for him to miss that wide open look.
Ramel Brown on the ground. Clinkscales with the ball. Gets it to him, though. He's back on his feet. Little screen by Brown. Gives it to Watson. Back to Ramel Brown. He's all over the place in this third quarter. There's Clinkscales for 3 from the corner. Nothing but mesh.
Another 3 for the Hurricanes.
3 ball is killing the old Highlanders in this game.
They're locked and loaded.
Massey going to settle things down here now. Switch. Good. Jones to the basket. He's fouled. He'll shoot 2. He wanted that to go desperately.
Oh, it looked like it was in, too.
That's a foul to Gabe Freeman. That's Gabe Freeman's 4th personal foul of the game. To the line for the Highlanders, the big ticket. Number 21, Kenny Jones. Favoring his left wrist at the end of the first half. Looks like he's fine now. Clunk, front of the rim.
A rare miss by Jones, the big man from the free throw line.
Fans getting on Tyler Washington here a little bit. Jordan Washington, I mean. Washington's back into the game for the Hurricanes. What a fast pass into Watson. Almost wasn't expecting that. Uh-oh, Freeman all by himself. No good. He almost needs a hand in his face. Whoa, Massey around. Whoa, fancy moves by the captain.
Great move. A little jelly layup there.
Kindred now, Clinkscales. Washington, all the way across to Kindred, look for 3. In and out, no good. Washington grabs the offensive board, keeps it. Clinkscales now, couple fakes. Kindred going to try it again. That one worked. Knocks down a tray.
Highlanders got to put more pressure on the shooters.
Yes, they're awfully worried about the men inside. They're not coming back out to provide any pressure on the perimeter shooters. Williams kept that ball alive, thank goodness. And from the corner, McCullough unable to knock that down.
Check if there's not something around the basket there.
Kindred for 3 off the glass, no good. Tried it from the same spot he just hit, but he wasn't able to make that one go. Williams, a little stutter step, rolls inside, off the glass, and good. Nice play by George Williams. Good offense there by him. Nine-point game now. 2:50 remaining. Third period. Kindred, he's tried 2 from there. He's not going to this time. Gives it to Watson. Watson all the way out to Clinkscales. 5 on the shot clock. Feel like Clinkscales is going to whips it back to Freeman right from the top of the 3. And he slips it in.
That was a great play to know where Freeman was at all times.
Clinkscales knew where he was at all times, found him at the top of the 3, and he drains it. Oh, what a nice pass inside to Redpath. He couldn't hold the handle on that ball, and it's turned over to the Hurricanes. They go back the other way with it. Kindred now, he's got a free look for 3. No good, off the rim. Nice play by Tyrone Watson to tip that out to Freeman, keep the play alive for the Hurricanes.
Being out-hustled right now, the Highlanders are.
And Washington puts his shoulder into McCullough twice. Turnover and he's fouled. Clinkscales fouls Jones going to the basket. Coach Leslie and Jordan Washington getting out his coach. Got a feeling there's going to be a man up and on the bench here. There's a little bit of a confusion on the Hurricane bench right now. Washington's going to sit down because he's giving the coach some grief there. Did you see that?
Yeah, the coach said, if you don't want to respect my authority, you can sit on the bench.
Into the game comes your old coach, number 24, Mishak Lufil, 6'8" forward from Burlington, Ontario. Reynolds with the ball for Cape Breton now. I'm sorry, that's number 7, Shadrach Lufil into the game.
Brothers play on the same teams.
The brothers playing on the same team. I thought it was Mishak, but it is. What a shot by Duvivier from the corner for 3. Open that lead up to 15. Deshaun Walker back in the game. Reynolds in the game for Cape Breton. Chris Johnson as well, and Tanner Giddings. Full line change here for Cape Breton. Johnson now to Massey. Couple moves, runs the baseline with it. All the way to the other side. 6 on the shot clock. Massey taking it to the glass and good, and foul going there. He'll shoot an extra point. Feel like Massey wants to take this team on his back right now.
He's trying his absolute hardest, running on every single play, not taking his foot off the gas. He just wants some teammates to help him out and run with him.
Well, welcome our Russian fans watching on YouTube. Not sure what you folks are chatting about there, but I'm sure it's about the Halifax Hurricanes' ability to score in this game because they've put a lot of points up on the board. It's not even the end of the third quarter. They've got almost 90 points here, 89-77. Lufil now working on Giddings. Puts the ball on the floor along the baseline. Giddings is going to get called on the foul there. Looked pretty good, but referee didn't see it that way.
The fans seen it the same way you did.
They sure did. Not a great deal of love for referee Paul Hansen in the building right now. Mike Poole about to check back in for Hurricanes. Lufil on the line to shoot. All around and in. 90-77, 13-point game, 53.2 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Lufil makes both. Mike Poole back into the game. Well, Cape Breton with 51 seconds remaining to get themselves some points here. Oh, Walker sees the lane and rolls it in.
Great crossover by Walker to freeze his defender.
Great big eyes on Deshaun Walker. He sees those spots where he can take advantage and create some offense. Watson running right inside, putting it up. No good. Rebound attempted by Lufil, but they're going to call a foul, I think, on Jamal Reynolds there. Yeah, and they do, and that's Jamal Reynolds' 4th foul here. 32 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Halifax to inbound from underneath their offensive hoop. And a full shot clock on the board for Halifax. 24 seconds, 32 on the game clock, so shot clock doesn't really matter here. Inbound, Watson. Watson to Duvivier, who hit a big 3 from the corner earlier. Duvivier going to try and make a move on Giddings. Kicks it all the way back out into the corner for Duvivier. Fakes, puts it on the floor inside to Watson. They're fighting for the ball. Nice play by Giddings. Giddings to come up with it. Give it to Deshaun Walker. He pulls up. Oh, off the rim. Giddings. Rebound by Reynolds off the glass and good.
There he is again, Jamal
10-point game, 4 seconds on the game clock. Ball pass to Clinkscales, tries one at the buzzer, can't make it go at the end of 36 minutes. Halifax Hurricanes 91, Cape Breton Highlanders 81. We have a game, folks. 10 points is not a lot in this league. That's the Highland Girls dancers on the floor there. A great part of the team. Highland Girls dancers entertaining at every game. Happy to have them aboard. Daniel, what are we looking at here from stats in the third quarter?
We're just looking at an offensive just shootout here by the Halifax Hurricanes. Leading the Halifax Hurricanes is, no surprise, Gabe Freeman. He has 20 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's shooting 9 for 14 from the field. Mike Poole threw in 18 points himself with 5 assists, 3 steals, and 3 rebounds. And leading for the Highlanders is Bruce Massey with 18 points and 7 assists. And off the bench, Jamal Reynolds, 16 hustle points with 4 rebounds.
Nice way to put it. He is a hustle man. He's on the floor with 4 fouls right now. Shadrach Lufiel with the ball, pulls up for 2 and all over the place. No good. Reynolds comes down with the defensive board, fishes it out to Deshaun Walker. Walker now trying to draw up a play here. Giddings way up high, creating a screen. Got some room now, Walker does. Back to Giddings, loves to shoot. No. This is his first time he tried to shoot tonight. Giddings is a fantastic shooter for a big man.
Oh, for sure.
Poole. Clinkscales. Clinkscales to Watson. Watson puts it on the floor to Lufiel off the glass and good. Nice play by Shadrach Lufiel there. Deshaun Walker to Jamal Reynolds. Reynolds to Massey. Massey going to take it right inside. Gives it out to... What a shot by Tanner Giddings. It looked like a 2-ball, I think.
That's what he likes to do. He loves those corner jump shots.
Shoots a knuckleball, too. No spin on his shot. Clinkscales. Lufiel. Giddings on him, way up high. Not much room to go anywhere. Gives it back to Clinkscales. Feeds it inside to Lufiel off the glass and good. Nice play by Clinkscales and Lufiel there. They set that play up on the far right side of the court. And
great positioning by Lufiel as well.
Johnson. Big high one. No good. Ball's bounced around. Comes down in the hands of Reynolds. He's going to take it right back in there. What a play by Jamal Reynolds. We had some circus performers here at halftime entertaining the crowd. And they didn't go anywhere because Jamal Reynolds is a circus performer of a basketball player.
He took a few pointers from them when they came off the floor.
True enough. Duvivier now. Put it on the floor to Lufiel. He's going to take it inside. Kind of a blind pass. And they're going to call that Halifax ball with 8 on the shot clock. Into the game comes number 22. 6'10" center from Toronto, Ontario. Jabari Craig back into the game, giving Tanner Giddings a rest. Waiting for Reynolds to tie his sneaker. Mike Poole waiting patiently. Hill inbound now for Halifax. Right on the floor to Lufiel, back to Poole. 5 on the shot clock. Poole pulls a little fadeaway. No good. Rebounds everywhere. Everyone hands all over it. They're going to go. Last guy to touch it, Tyrone Watson.
Might have got away with one there.
They sure did.
Looked like it touched the Highlanders' hand.
Oh, you got to get a few breaks in a game, Daniel.
Exactly.
And nobody needs them more than the 10-point deficit of the Highlanders right now. There's a 3-ball from Massey. Nothing but mesh.
He's been hot. He's been hot all night for the Highlanders.
And now it's time to play defense. You can hit those all you want, but Halifax is just matching them basket for basket with a big lead. Lufiel to Watson. Watson to Poole. He keeps the handle. Duvivier for 3. No good. Good strip there. Comes up with the ball. Deshaun Walker. He's going to go the other way with it.
That's a defensive stop you need.
Straight down the middle off the glass and in.
By Walker.
5-point game again, 8:50 remaining. Clinkscales to Lufiel. Lufiel to Watson. Watson switches with Poole. We're going to get somebody open inside. Good defense in there for Cape Breton. Lufiel for 3, no good. Walker with the defensive board. He gets manhandled by Clinkscales. He goes the other way with it. Full team change here for the Highlanders, for the Hurricanes. Into the game, Freeman, Kindred, and Washington seems to have made up with the head coach, and he's back in the game. Thanks to the viewers on YouTube, apparently our scoreboard is gone. I'll tell you what it is until they put it back up. Hurricanes 95, Highlanders 90, 8:30 remaining. Hurricanes have one team foul in this half. Jabari Craig over the top of his defender. Little piggyback ride there for Jordan Washington. Jordan Washington giving some rides to the Cape Breton Highlanders team here. Nice little entertainment on New Year's Eve.
Exactly.
That's a tall drink of water going up on your back there, Jabari Craig. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Craig doesn't have any points in this game right now, but he's been a powerful influence in the key. Nothing but mesh there. 4-point game. That's as close as Cape Breton's had it in a while. And he makes both of them.
This is what the Highlanders need. Cut the Hurricanes' lead down to 3. Now you got to keep up with the defensive intensity.
DeVivier inside to Washington. Craig working on him. Craig gets a hand in. They're calling travel there. I thought it would be a foul, but instead it's a travel.
That's the right call on that one. He moved his pivot foot.
Highlanders got this to a 3-point game now. It's a 1-bucket possession. Inside to Massey. And beautiful play by Massey.
The captain slams it down.
95-94.
The crowd is electric right now. Some of the loudest I've ever seen.
Massey, or Freeman, I should say. Freeman. Cape Breton Highlanders have a sneaky way of bringing themselves back into this game. They were down by 14 at one point. Washington with the ball now. 6 on the shot clock. Washington run the baseline with it. Out of bounds. Highlander ball. A big stop by Cape Breton.
This is what we want to see.
7:40 remaining.
Halifax finally looking human.
That's right. Oh, off the glass, no good. Out of bounds. That's
Walker wanted that one to drop.
Hurricane ball. Into the game, Ramal Brown. He substitutes out Washington. Score of the game, 95-94 Halifax. 7:23 remaining. Ramal Brown inside to Freeman. Goes up in the rough area. No good. Massey with the defensive board. He's back the other way with it. Chris Johnson. The move. Oh, wow! Gabe Freeman scores 2 for Cape Breton. Gabe Freeman gives the Cape Breton Highlanders the lead on a bit of a mistake there. Big smile on Gabe Freeman's face.
Maybe that's how he's the league leader in points per game.
Duvivier.
Another defensive
Another
stop by the
turnover.
Highlanders.
Chris Johnson with the ball. Oh, wow. And they're going to call.
On the floor.
Wow. What action end to end here. Well, folks, 6:50 remaining in the fourth quarter. Cape Breton Highlanders 96, Hurricanes 95. Clinkscale's back into the game, give Duvivier a rest. And it's Highlanders ball.
What a crazy sequence of events there.
.20 on the shot clock. Chris Johnson inbounds to Bruce Massey. He'll slow it down here now. Gives it to Reynolds. Reynolds going to take it inside. Up, fake, no good. Massey grabs it. 6 on the shot clock. Off the glass and in. It's good. And a foul. Massey.
You gotta love this man.
The captain taking the team on his back again.
Mr. Cape Breton. Oh, reliable.
Massey to the line to shoot bonus. My, what a turn of events we've had here in this game. 6:35 remaining. Highlanders up by 3, and Massey to shoot bonus. Hurricanes with 4 team fouls already. No good, in and out.
Craig left a little bit too early. Ref seen him. He knew it himself.
Yeah. Highlanders on top by 3. Ramel Brown with the ball now to Joel Kendrick, around to Watson. Watson to Gabe Freeman. Gabe Freeman in the corner to turnover. Massey, great defense. Finger rolling in. Massey hits the floor. Cape Breton up by 5, 100-95. Wow-wee.
Remarkable showing by Massey.
Massey teaching this Cape Breton Highlanders fan base what it is to be a captain, what it is to be a leader, and what it is to score on the offensive side and play rock-solid defense on the other side of the ball.
The fans just got a treat there, just seeing Bruce Massey take over like that. And I'm not trying to be biased or anything, but with this run that the Highlanders have been on and how great Bruce Massey has been playing, you got to put him in some MVP conversations.
Well, there's no question he's one of the leading scorers in the league right now. He is responsible on offense and defense, and I mean, we're going to have to look around to every team in this league to find a player more reliable, more money than Bruce Massey.
Oh, yeah. He's the definition of clutch.
Well, whatever holiday cheer Coach Fitz Gonzalez shared with his team in the dressing room, it seems to have worked. Everybody's scoring now. Even the kid on the Mayflower Mall competition scores. It's that kind of night here. Daniel, I feel like you could have put up a triple-double out here tonight. Well, there's an awful lot of time left in this game. The lead has changed just here in the fourth quarter. Cape Breton saving all their magic for the final 12 minutes. It's 195 Highlanders over the Hurricanes. On the floor for Halifax, Clinkscales, Freeman, Watson, Brown, and Kindred. Fitz-Gonzalez giving final instructions to his team as they head back out. And Coach Troy Jackson Jr. giving some love to his teammates. There goes Massey, Johnson, Reynolds, Walker, and Craig. 6:14 remaining. Should be an entertaining last few minutes of this game. If Halifax need to muster that offensive touch they had in the first 3 quarters of this game. Deshaun Walker working hard on Clinkscales.
You can see in his eyes how intense he wanted that ball.
Kindred.
Great
Jabari Craig comes way out on him. Back underneath goes Craig. Gabe Freeman now with the ball. He loves to score. Nice spinorama. Turnover.
Massey.
Reynolds to Deshaun Walker to Chris Johnson. And a little too strong off the glass. Wasn't able to let it go. Nice fast break there by Cape Breton. They couldn't convert. There's Gabe Freeman off the glass and in. Gabe Freeman finally scoring on his own basket there as opposed to scoring for Cape Breton. I'm only kidding. Gabe Freeman's an all-star in any league.
They give it to the nearest person. I don't know who the nearest person was on that.
That's right. Massey for 3. Off the rim, no good. Ball kicked out of bounds, and it's Cape Breton ball. Gabe Freeman tried to knock that ball to a Hurricane player, but unable to do it, knocks it out of bounds. That means Cape Breton will get possession in a 3-point game. 197 Cape Breton. Chris Johnson to inbound from the scorer's table. Inbound to Walker. Walker. So lots of calls here. Fitz-Gonzalez calling the game from the sidelines. Gives it to Jamal Reynolds. He's going to run it in. Off the glass and good.
Oh, another grit and grind basket by Jamal Reynolds.
Cape Breton by 5. Across the line are the Hurricanes. Gabe Freeman with the ball now. Freeman to Mike Poole. Thought he'd shoot a 3. Clinkscales to Poole. 10 on the shot clock. Watson for 2. Nice right over his defender. Chris Johnson kind of backed off him there. Gave him a free look. He knocks it down.
Clean mid-range jump shot.
Deshaun Walker now, cross center, number 5 for the Highlanders. Walker switches with Massey. Massey got a few men on him there, and he's grabbed as he goes through. That'll be a foul to Clinkscales. That'll be the 5th team foul for the Hurricanes. They're getting into trouble here in terms of shooting.
Highlanders keeping it clean.
No fouls in the 4th quarter for Cape Breton, which means they've got a bunch to give should this game get tight. Chris Johnson to inbound now. Jabari Craig gives it to Reynolds. Reynolds going to keep it himself. Reynolds going to run the floor, and ball out of bounds. Cape Breton ball. 5 on the shot clock.
The long arms of Freeman coming over to block that shot.
It's funny you wouldn't see Bruce Massey inbound here. He's done this many times this year. There's 5 seconds on the shot clock. Inbound from the baseline. Watch for a quick play at the basket. Deshaun Walker. Watch Massey try to sneak around there. Who gets open but Jamal Reynolds, and he is...
Touch the out-of-bounds line.
Touch the out-of-bounds line with the ball in possession. So that's a turnover. Clinkscales now. Nice pick by Freeman. Clinkscales got some room back. Oh, nice pass by Clinkscales to Freeman.
There.
What a dangerous duo they were right there. Beautiful play by those two guys. Freeman with the pick.
Reel. That'll go on the highlight reel for sure.
And then Clinkscales behind his back to Freeman. Knew he was trailing. Nice play. And it's a 1-point game. 102-101. Deshaun Walker runs in. They're going to call jump ball there. Referee's going to have a call here because it was called a jump ball. Coach Leslie is suggesting, Mike Poole suggesting, that the arrow hasn't been twisted since the last possession, but see who's going to win this. Jump ball, Highlander ball. They're going to keep it as they called it. And now the possession arrow will swing back. So catch you on the next round, Hurricanes.
Exactly.
Inbound, 9 seconds on the shot clock, right to Bruce Massey. And he is fouled by Mike Poole.
On the floor. New 14 on the shot clock.
That's the 6th team foul for the Hurricanes. 14 on the shot clock. Chris Johnson to inbound for the Highlanders. Every foul to the Hurricanes for the remaining 3:43 will be a shooting foul. Deshaun Walker with the ball. Dribbling into some trouble. Giveaway, touched, and they're going to call last touch on Jamal Reynolds. Jamal does not agree.
He's not happy about that call.
No, that's for sure. Cape Breton got a few breaks there, weren't able to convert. It's a 1-point game, 102-101. 3:30 remaining. Clinkscales now. Clinkscales to Ramel Brown, puts it on the floor. Leaves it for Poole, who shoots a 3. Just like the fans suggesting, they need to see Mike Poole shoot 3s, and there he was, knocking one down.
He is lights out tonight. He is lights out.
Reynolds now. Hurricanes 104, Cape Breton 102. Massey for 3 over his defender. And he knocks it down.
Goodness!
He answers with a 3. Under 3 minutes remaining. Clinkscales to Poole. Massey tight on him. Brown comes out for the pick. Jamari Craig will pick up a foul there.
That was a good call on that one. A little bit too physical on there. It was a good switch. It was a good idea for the switch off the screen, but
they had them really high, close to center there, and they were trying to force, but Jabari Craig got a little too physical. Turnover, 14 on the shot clock. Tyrone Watson to inbound for Halifax. Clinkscales escapes and gets the ball. 10 on the shot clock. Freeman fakes, puts it on the floor, cuts inside. Massey gets a hand in on him, no shot. 5 on the shot clock. That's on Reynolds. That'll be his 5th, I think. Jamal Reynolds with 5 fouls. Tyrone Watson to inbound.
He's going to be a rough player to lose if he doesn't keep his hands clean.
Freeman for 2. Off the front of the rim, no good. And they're going to call that Halifax ball. 2:29 remaining. Halifax retains possession. They'll inbound from underneath the offensive basket.
Coach Gonzalez is trusting Reynolds here with 5 fouls with 2 minutes and 30 seconds, just keeping him on.
All the way out to Klingscales. Fresh clock. Going to start the shot clock. Poole for 3. No good. Great play by, good defense by Cape Breton there.
Great help defense by Matt.
Really important play there. Chris Johnson now. Johnson sees some room inside. And they're going to call a foul on Ramel Brown. That'll be a shooting foul. That's the 7th team foul for the Halifax Hurricanes. Sending Chris Johnson to the line. Into the game. Big ticket. Kenny Jones. He's going to give Jabari Craig a rest. Chris Johnson to shoot 2 with a 1-point lead. Highlanders 105. Hurricanes 104. Johnson makes the first one.
Highlanders up 2.
2:10 remaining in the game. Johnson to shoot his second free throw. And he knocks both of them down. Clutch!
That is clutch. He's had a very great game as well.
107-104. Highlanders on top. Klingscales to Ramel Brown. To Watson. To Mike Poole. Mike Poole going to take it inside, up and in, and it's good. And a foul, and he'll shoot bonus there. A foul on, that's on Jamal Reynolds, and he may have fouled out of the game here.
That's a tough break for the Highlanders.
That's 6 fouls for Jamal Reynolds. He's out of the game. That's his night. Lewis McCullough will come in to replace Jamal Reynolds.
It's been a back-and-forth battle between Massey and Poole here. Just an offensive juggernauts going at it.
With a chance to tie the game, the fans all over him. Mike Poole to shoot. He's not able to tie it. Massey grabs the ball. Fan pressure seems to work on Poole there, although he's a pro. Probably didn't bother him. He just missed the shot. Nothing big. Walker now inside the big ticket. Working on Ramal Brown. Puts it on the floor. Gives it back to Massey. Tight D by... Massey cuts right inside. Up and no good. Kenny Jones comes up with it. And he's fouled inside. And they're going to call a foul on Mike Poole there. Two seconds on the shot clock. Sorry.
Yeah, there shouldn't have been a reset there because Massey never hit the rim.
So there was no reset. So that'll be Cape Breton Highlander ball with 2 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah. There was a false reset there.
Timeout. Timeout for Cape Breton Highlanders with 2 seconds on the shot clock.
It's got to be a catch-and-shoot scenario, and you got to think that the Highlanders are going to put it in the man, Bruce Massey's hands for this jump shot.
Yeah, you got to feel that way. And well, it's hard to know what's going to happen here. 1:31 remaining in this game. Highlanders holding a slim lead, 107-106. .131 on the game clock. Cape Breton Highlanders 107, Halifax Hurricanes 106. 17 fouls for the Hurricanes, so any foul will be a shooting foul. 2 seconds on the shot clock. As Daniel said earlier, this is pitch and shoot on this inbound. Here comes the Hurricanes. It's Watson, Brown, Freeman, Klingscales, and Poole against McCullough to inbound. Jones, Walker, Johnson, and Bruce Massey. See how this works. Inbound to Mike Poole. He keeps it, gives it to Klingscales. They weren't able to make a play on that. Tough with 2 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. They
Keep
knew
right-
who to guard.
Halifax slowing it down now. Oh, Gabe Freeman, nice run. He picks it up. Oh, McCullough on him right inside to Watson. Oh, mismatch there into Brown. Basket counts, and Ramel Brown gets the foul, and he will go to the line to shoot bonus. And there's the lead change again. 108-107 with Ramel Brown to shoot a free throw to extend the lead to 2.
Now, kind of strange sequence of events there. One referee down below the net there, he called an and one, and the other ref sitting on the sidelines called it on the floor, but it ended up being an and one. So Brown to shoot 1.
Crowd getting on Ramel Brown. Didn't bother him. He knocks it down. Hurricanes up by 2 now. 1:13 remaining. Deshaun Walker across center. Kenny Jones out for the screen. Back inside to Jones. And he ties the game.
Great footwork by Jones.
That's
Little Euro
fundamental
step.
basketball at its finest late in the game. 1 minute left.
Big man
Tie game.
Euro.
109-109. Fans on the edge of their seat here at Center 200. Clinkscale sending Freeman in. Watson comes out for the screen. He picks Walker hard. Clinkscales puts it on the floor. He's got a big skyhook. Kenny Jones grabs it. 44 seconds remaining.
The ball's
And-
in the hand of Massey.
In the hands of Bruce Massey across center. 10-second different in the shot clock and
Switch on
game
the
clock.
big man. You got to think he's going to try to take him off the dribble.
They're going to call Bruce Massey on the travel.
Now
It's a
that
rough time for
three-pointer-
a travel with 28.8 seconds remaining.
Yeah, now just for a little bit of confusion because the fans thought the shot did go in, but it was a travel before that, so the basket does not count.
Highlanders get it across center. 25 seconds remaining in the game. Watson to Clinkscales.
You have a few fouls to give here.
They got fouls to give. Clinkscales runs around. Out to Poole. 8 on the shot clock. And they're going to call a foul. And a shooting foul? And they're going to get a shooting foul there. On Bruce Massey. Sending Mike Poole to the line to shoot Sue. It was a little confusing. I didn't think he was trying to shoot there.
I thought he was going to go for the pass, but he was up in the air.
It's not the way the referee saw it. Mike Poole's got 2 shots here. 10 seconds left in this game. Poole better make them. Makes the first one. 110-109. Poole's second free throw. And he makes it.
Makes them
111-109.
That is clutch.
Timeout.
We're loud.
Highlanders. The timeout means they'll get possession here at half court when they come back with 10 seconds remaining in this game.
Now, 10 seconds is kind of hard on a basketball coach because you can go for a few things. I mean, you don't have to go for a shot right off the bat. You have 10 seconds, and you don't need to go for a three-pointer, but you do got to try to go quick enough that if you do happen to miss, you have a few seconds to offensive or foul and make them shoot free throws or get a rebound and get another shot up. So it's a real seesaw play here.
Couple of chances, couple of opportunities for Cape Breton here. They've got some guys that can shoot the lights out, so I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure you wanted the ball in anyone's hands but Bruce Massey.
Yeah, you got to think that the Hurricanes are also thinking that, and they're going to put the best defender on the court, which I think is Poole, on Massey at all times. Try to stick to him like glue.
Just Deshaun Walker, sneaky good too. All these guys are pros. They can all shoot. But when the game on the line, you almost want your captain to have the ball in his hands.
Especially how hot he's been playing tonight.
We'll see what they decide to do here. That's the end of the timeout. Referee's getting the players back on the floor. Hurricanes have Clinkscales, Watson, Brown, Poole, and Freeman. Referee's got to break up the huddle on the Highlanders sideline, getting every last second of instruction into this team. And out comes McCullough, Massey, Walker, Jones, and Johnson. We haven't seen Aaron Redpath in the fourth quarter of this game. We'll have to get an update after the game on why that would be. Deshaun Walker to inbound, 10.8 on the clock. One. All the way out to McCullough. McCullough to Massey. Massey taking it in, off the glass. No good. And no foul. And there it is, the ball. With 1.3 on the game clock.
Oh, and the ref tees him up without a warning.
What's the call there?
A technical foul on Coach Gonzalez. He thought it was a foul call at the end of that play.
And they give a technical foul to Coach Bernardo Fitzgonzalez at the end of this game, and that'll pretty much do it.
Now, I know he's hot, but that was the wrong thing to do by Gonzalez. You got to try to hold yourself, because now that's the shot, the technical free throw.
That's the game, folks.
And the ball back.
112-109, ending the Cape Breton Highlanders' 7-game winning streak. The Halifax Hurricanes come in here and avenge the loss that they had on home court. Cape Breton will have to go to the home tonight and get some rest and be back here at 7 o'clock tomorrow night to play the St. John's Edge. And that's the basketball game. Coach Gonzalez still giving the referee some holiday greetings. And there you have it. Halifax Hurricanes end the winning streak and extend their record to 8-8. They're 500 now. Happy New Year, folks. We'll see you tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, back at Center 200 when the Hurricanes take on the St. John's Edge. Take care, Daniel.
Good night, folks.